Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Which movie sucked the worst of all? Apparently, Snow White did.
It was pretty bad.
Yes, the Snow White got a record number of Razzie Award nominations. So the Razzies are like the anti-Academy Awards. It's for the worst movies, the worst TV shows. And it is sharing space with other disasters like War of the Worlds. The, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Ice Cube?
See,
Yeah.
no. I honestly think the War of the Worlds was worse. I mean, I really do think it was worse.
That was like War of the Worlds was like it was like a YouTube thing from like 10 years ago, right? It didn't feel like a movie. It didn't feel like a movie at all. It was awful. I didn't watch this movie. You watched this movie. We've talked a lot about this movie.
This one was worse. War of the Worlds was worse. But this
Yeah.
one, okay, now this one I don't think it's one of those cases where the bar was so low that anything slightly better than that would make it look like it was better than it was. So I don't think it was terrible, but it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It was like it wasn't as bad as I expected, but that doesn't say much. I'd watch it again, but I haven't. So
yeah,
I'd watch it again, but I haven't.
I have zero interest in watching this movie. It lost a lot of money. There's a lot of controversy around it. Now its legacy has been cemented. Not only is it a money-losing film and a PR disaster for Disney, but it's racking up a bunch of Razzie nominations. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to more.clownsfishtv.com. That's more.clownsfishtv.com to help support the channel. We do not do super chats. That's how you support us. You'll get some bonus content as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, so this is kind of the end of the road for Snow White, I guess. Like it was, right up there with Catwoman.
It was a case where they should have just not done it, or when it was obvious it was a disaster. Disney Plus directly, but they spent so much damn money on this thing. I mean, from the get-go, like the choices were just not good, and it's Disney. Snow White was Disney's big baby. Let's be honest here. It almost destroyed the company. But it was like groundbreaking and amazing, and it's like the legacy film for Disney, and they turn around and put Rachel Zegler in it and make this disaster.
Oh my God! So it's interesting though, just to see how things have changed, how public opinion on this movie has changed. Because I remember if you hated on this movie 2 years ago or a year ago, you were an alt-right, bigot, Nazi, homophobe, racist. And
no, see, that didn't go very far. I tried that shit, but everybody hated it. Like, it was not popular. However, funny story, there was still more people in the theater to see that than there was in the theater to see Tron.
Yeah, we were the only ones in the theater to see Tron. That was
only
opening
two of us
day.
in the theater. And the same time, the same thing as we went to see Snow White. But Snow White, there was several other people in the theater. But with Tron Legacy, there was like two of us. It was just you and me.
So even the Daily Beast is talking about how bad it is and how controversial it was. And they didn't. I don't think this article, I was looking through it, they did not call out the alt-right chuds. They actually said the live-action version of the classic story starring Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler is nominated 6 times for Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, Worst Remake, Ripoff or Sequel, Worst Supporting Actor, and Worst Screen Combo.
Wow.
They said, yeah, Snow White is not alone. Ice Cube star War of the Worlds, which has inspired several social media memes, also has 6 nominations, tied for the most of any of the considered films. Wow.
I'll tell you what, though. I do think War of the Worlds was worse, in my opinion.
It wasn't even a movie. I don't know what the hell it was.
It was definitely worse. I bet you know what the saving grace was? I'm sure it didn't cost anywhere near as much.
No. And they actually bring that up. They're talking about how Snow White lost a bunch of money. Again, if you mentioned this 6 months ago, you were an alt-right bigot.
Again,
Nazi,
it didn't work because most people didn't like it. Most people didn't go. You can't make that argument. I mean, they're going to try to make that argument, but you can't make a good faith argument of that. Not that ever is a good faith argument, but you really can't argue that when majority of people are like, hell no, I'm not going to see this
Yeah.
movie. I mean, it was bad. Like the results of the box office were not good.
All right. Other worst picture nominees include The Electric State and
I have not seen it.
Hurry Up Tomorrow and Star Trek Section 31. That was another one that people were like, yeah, this is dog shit. I forgot that existed, actually. In the acting categories, Dave Bautista, Jared Leto for Tron Ares.
Yeah.
There we go. Natalie Portman, Rebel Wilson, Nicolas Cage, and Sylvester Stallone are all up for Razzies. Yeah, Electric State, I guess, is pretty bad. This is another one I haven't seen, but yeah, it's just one of these movies that's going to be forgotten, and if anybody talks about it, it's going to be for all the wrong reasons. They're going to be like, yeah, remember that time that Disney tried to remake Snow White, and they just memory hold it?
But the one positive that came out of it was they were going to stop doing live action remakes. And then Lilo and Stitch did a lot of money. And now they're like, hot damn, we're going to do more live action remakes. Rapunzel.
So that is the problem, right? That is the problem, because we were like, okay, finally, we can stop with the live action remakes. And then, yeah, we had a hit with Lilo and Stitch, which was okay. It was all right. And now they're going to make more. But I think they're going to put, some sort of rules in place that's like, okay, well, you can only go back like 10 years. It's got to be something that's made within the last 10 years. Better yet, why don't we just shoot the live action movie at the same time we're drawing the animated version, and we'll just release them both at once. You know what they're going to do eventually with AI? They'll let you pick your movie. Do you want the live action one, or do you want the animated one?
Well, here's the thing. It has to be longer than 10 years, because Tangled was longer than 10 years.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like 15. I think Tank was like 15. But still, they're casting a lot of the same actors in these movies, like How to Train Your Dragon. Kate Blanchett's coming back as Hiccup's mom, and she did the voice. Like, it's like just film the movie in live action, and then just put a filter on it, an AI filter for the cartoon.
With AI, they probably can't. Oh, by the way, Tangled was 2010.
Yeah, I was right. It was about 15. It was about 15 years. God, was that 15 years ago?
I thought you said it was 2015.
No. I said it was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's about right.
And that was the last time, I was thinking about this the other day. That was the last time we actually had like a threatening Disney villain too. Gothel. Mm-hmm. Like she'd fuck you up, man. She would stab you. And now they're not allowed
Shadow
to.
Man, but that's just me, and that was you're not allowed to have that in the ride now.
You're not allowed to have it in the ride. So how are they going to do a Villain's Land when you're not allowed to have proper villains? They're not allowed to kill anybody. You got to hug it out at the end or something. They're all misunderstood. They act the way they act because nobody loved them. That's what they were
saying, that they were planning, if they did it, there was going to be more like topsy-turvy and funny. And then they had like the Universal Monsters, and it was dark, and people seemed to like that, and Hollywood Horror Nights and stuff like that better. So they had talked about darkening it up, and from the concept art, it does look like that. But then they do their live-action stage show, and it's just basically how they're misunderstood. And they keep focusing
bullshit
on this. And it's like, I wish you'd pick a side.
Yeah, I want to see villains be villains, right? I want to see them. They're completely irredeemable. I mean, it's okay. Occasionally, you can have a misunderstood villain. Occasionally, but ever since Maleficent, I feel like every time they've done a villain anything now with Disney, they're like, well, she's just that way because the man touched her in a no-no place, and that's why she's.
They don't say that, but okay. But what if the villain's a man? The man touched him in a no-no place.
Probably. Hey. You never know, right? I mean, it's totally possible. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about the movie anymore, obviously, because it's talking about Disney villains. But like, I think this whole era of this era of live action movies will be forgotten very, very quickly. I actually forgot they had Cinderella. They canceled Bambi. They were going to do Bambi.
Thank God. Okay. I said this since day one when they said that. Who wants to see Bambi in live action? You can go see that like in December in most states when hunting season happens. It's like, I don't want to see Bambi's mom get shot in live action. I don't want to see that.
I want to see the one where Bambi gets his revenge. Don't you want to see that?
It was a movie. They did the Bambi horror movie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, there was going to be the Bambi horror movie.
Yeah, why is it that every public domain character is like, as soon as it goes public domain, it's like, yep, we're just going to make a cheap ass slasher.
But it's working.
Yeah, can we do that? They're public domain. Can we do? I
don't want to make a cheap ass slasher movie, but our son probably would.
Probably. No. His would be because he's got refined taste, so his would be an elevated horror movie.
Probably.
Yes, it'd be Bambi. It would kind of be like Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Bams.
No,
They probably just
If there's silence when you're doing BAMs, then someone's doing it wrong.
and then he would just like eat the humans or something. That would be interesting. I don't know. No. Okay. Anyway,
what do they have any other? Wait, is there anything else that was just the Razzies? So Gal Gadot got a nomination. Rachel Zegler got a nomination.
Let's
that
see
kind
who
of
else.
stuff.
Yeah, Gal Gadot. Well, that's probably why the Daily Beast is probably why they chime. They're all like, "Oh, Gal Gadot, we hate her, so let's make sure."
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like more information about what. Exactly.
Not really. Just it's the movie's dog shit. The movie is plagued with multiple controversies. Before Snow White came out, Zegler sparked backlash for describing the original 1937 movie as dated and claimed that Prince Charming literally stalked Snow White.
Yeah, and then she went on to like wish no peace to any Trump voter, and and then kept like making everything political, and then the situation with the Israel and Hamas situation.
Yeah.
Palestine,
there hasn't been any good anything, and even down to the damn dwarfs. How can you not get that right?
Oh, the dwarfs are freaky as hell. I'm sorry.
How can you not get that right?
The dwarfs were more off-putting than some of the stuff that Zegler did.
Yeah, it's just like so many just fuck up after fuck up. I mean, this is going to be a lesson how not to market a movie.
Disney's like, okay, everybody forgot about it, and then the Razzies come out like, ah, shit.
Yeah. Pretty much, like, oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
I'm really tired of talking about this movie. I am really
everybody stopped talking about this movie until the Razzies came around.
I know, right? They reminded us this movie exists.
I thought we killed it and buried it. Someone dug it up. So.
It's like Bambi's mom. There you go. She's zombie. Zombambi.
Zombambi.
That's our movie. Zombambi.
No. So I don't want to do that.
Oh dear, it's Zombambi. Anyway, you said like our son, he used to get freaked out too. We'd go for walks and he was always afraid that like the deer were gonna follow us around, stuff that always creeped him out. So we could do that.
It did actually, but then he said one time the deer were following you.
They were. It was very weird.
It was kind of like the Steven Spielberg movies coming out.
Oh yeah, the one where I think the deer are supposed to be aliens, but they're wearing
in disguise
like,
or whatever. Yeah,
aliens in disguise, like wearing deer
so maybe
suits.
that day, and it was like a cemetery too. So maybe that day the deer, they were either Zombambi or they were aliens following you around.
Oh God, I'm making Zombambi. Do you think we could kickstart that? Could we kickstart Zombambi?
We're not making Zombambi.
Somebody would like Zombambi.
We're not making Zombambi.
We could put it on like Tubi or something.
I think we can stop talking about this now. They're like, shut up about Zombambi.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.